I'm not.
You can.
It's a
You can.
Delaware
We're
double
friends.
file, but we call it the Dixie double file where I come from.
Okay. That's
Dixie
fine.
file double style, baby.
That's fine.
So there you go.
I like it. I'm learning something new every day.
Dixie file restart. The Delaware double file restart. Dixie file double file.
And just think.
You got me tongue-tied now.
And just think,
Dixie
we
double
get-
file restart.
We get to do this job,
We do in 2 weeks.
and we get to do this job, and they actually have to pay us for it.
Oh, yeah.
Something that we would probably do. I don't know. I know that I've said this many times, but I would do this for nothing.
Yeah, well,
For absolutely nothing, but the bonus is they pay me for it.
you're exactly right. We get to be in the eye in the sky, and we get paid to call races.
Yeah.
And I get paid to call sports.
And keep
So, I
my
love it.
grandma and keep my grandma informed, and try to make her understand everything that's going on, and try not to make it too technical.
They're going to show the one-to-go indication. And my thing is this, Hal, as we get ready to go back for the restart, look at Dave Hess Jr. He is going to be in the second spot when we come back to the green. And the man that started second, the Dominator, Zach Dome, out in front, ready to come back to green. Let's fire him up for you. Thunder on Speed 51, Summer Thunder at I-77. Trouble, turns 1 and 2. Clinkworth goes around. We're under caution. No, we're not. We will stay green.
Dave Hess out alone in third place. Flying Ryan Montgomery out in second. Zach Dome in a world of his own. And back in the fifth area, it's Jeremy Blake, Kyle Bond, along with Tyler Evans and Zach Hill. And that's some good racing back there.
Underway.
Ronnie Mail and Tyler Evans going at it. Ronnie Mail up on the Angels Expressway, trying to make his way on the outside of the racetrack, trying to make things work, trying to get things dialed in. Tyler Evans looking down low. Ronnie Mail up on top. In the meantime, Zach Dome up on the top spot, right in the middle of the racetrack, getting set to meet up with some traffic. Zach Dome dominating this race, but Flying Ryan Montgomery might have something to say about this before it's over. Zach Dome a little bit of a bobble in turn number 3, and now Zach Dome runs into some traffic.
And watching Zach Dome now, that car, the number 3, back rolling again. He had problems on the start. Right in front of the leaders. Look at Parsons. Sheet metal dangling on the right front. He goes up the racetrack. Look to the inside. New leader, Ryan Montgomery to the lead.
Zach Dome got held up a little bit.
Lap traffic in the way.
By Parsons and Thomas.
And Zach Dome trying to return the favor. Trying to go for the crossover movies on the inside.
Flying Ryan Montgomery got it flying on the outside. Now going to the inside of the 457 of Kenny Rucker.
You literally have, in less than 4 laps after the last restart, you have lap traffic all in the way of the leaders. And that red number 12, Rocket XR1, Flying Ryan Montgomery, cut his teeth in Fast Track, now on the Ultimate brand. Fast Track builds champions, and the 12 car leads the way off turn number 3.
Flying Ryan Montgomery, when he was here last year in the race that we had last year, had trouble on the back stretch with several different cars, had a lot of body damage. When he headed for the next race the next night, they spent several hours here until the wee hours of the morning fixing that body damage on that race car so that he could go again. And right now, he's got lots of room at the top.
Back across the line. Cars kicking up dust. Ronnie Mail Jr. behind the infield. He's in the infield. And the cars exit off the corner. There's Zach Dome battling the 17 car as well. The blue 17 of Kenneth Newhouse. And Dome now going by the car 1. Wild Bill. Bill's Performance. Whited. Bill Whited's car. And he makes contact with Dave Hess on the inside going back in the corner.
Dave Hess trying to get around the traffic now, trying to negotiate Kenny Newhouse. Kenny Newhouse, of course, ran this racetrack for several years. I think he still owns the racetrack, actually.
Whoa! Back to 1. Look at this battle. Right in front of Whited. The 1W. Wild Bill being passed by Rucker. and Bonded boot in the 10. And while that goes on, Ryan Montgomery marred with more lap traffic, trying to fight off the 97 of Cody Frame. He's on your inside monitor.
Speaking of frames, the 17 is starting to loom in the back frame of Ryan Montgomery, and there is no rear view mirror.
2 lap cars as a pick in front of the leader of Montgomery that Dome's got to deal with. He'll get by Clintworth in 11th. Now 1 more car to go with Dome, and 1 car up in smoke. Wow, Kyle Barnes' car erupts into flames, then it goes out. He must have hand grenaded that motor, and he's putting fluid down everywhere.
Yeah, there's fluid everywhere on the racetrack. As we came out of turn number 3, and all of a sudden just boom from underneath.
And you saw on the broadcast where our videographer was dead on it. There was a boom. We saw a fireball. We saw a puff of smoke, and then it evaporated. But then you see the end result. He has hand grenaded the engine.
That oil pan looks like it's totally gone.
The Morrison Law Office LLC entry car number 10 of Kyle Bond, putting us under caution.
Robbie Cyrus on the front stretch,
second yellow,
calling for a push off the racetrack for Kyle Bond. His night over with. A tough break for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember to keep up with everything Fast Track Companies International at fasttrackracing.com. Remember, also follow us at ultimatesupers.com. The official media and video network is the Speed 51 Network. Go to speed51.com. We'd like to acknowledge all of the sponsors for the Chew on This Beef Jerky Ultimate Mid-Ohio Valley Super Late Model Series here tonight at the I-77 Raceway Park. Thank you, of course, to VP Racing Fuels, Making Power, American Racer Tires, Thomas Clark Performance. Also, thank you to Martell Sign Company, Simpson Race Products, Radical Race Gear, Kryptonite Race Cars, Swift Springs, Genesis Racing Shocks, VP Racing Fuels and Lubricants, Impact Race Gear, AR Bodies, Arizona Sports Shirts. Thank you also to Rodian Supply, Walker Performance Filtration, Penske Racing Shocks, Triform Race Products, RockAuto.com, My Race Pass, Superior Bearing and Supply, and of course, you're watched it, part of Summer Thunder TV on the Speed 51 Network.
Oh, it's been a great race so far. The one thing I do like...
And thank you to Chew on This Beef Jerky, our official title sponsor. I got to get some of that.
And Eric Bolus said thank you so much for the plug.
Oh, Eric's the man, dude. He needs to give me a friend request on Facebook
and everything. And he was a really nice guest on my show and so on and so forth. The one thing I really like about on dirt track though, when somebody blows up on an asphalt track, and I'm not bashing anybody or anything,
right?
But sometimes when a car blows up on an asphalt track, it takes forever to get the kitty litter down and spread out and so on and so forth. Here, they just ride it in. They ride it in, and we're ready to go in a very short period of time. And it really doesn't affect, much of anything.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to set it on fire.
Ryan Montgomery has been our race leader, but Zach Dome now in clear air. How many laps do we have complete?
19 of 40. We're 1 lap to the halfway mark, 21 to the finish. Let's give you your top 5 as it stands right now. Ryan Montgomery leading. Zach Dome is second. Dave Hess is third. Fourth is the driver, of course, of Tyler Evans, followed by Jeremy Blake. Now, here's a quick statistic. Ryan Montgomery has never won an Ultimate Mid-Ohio Valley Super Late Model Series win. He's never won on the Ultimate Tour. He's come close. You talked about the Heartbreak Hotel he had here at I-77 last year. But he's never won in that car number 12.
It's the Wesley
and Jeff Montgomery.
Do you have the Kiss of Death?
No.
You sure? You sure this is not the Wesley Outland Kiss of Death that you just gave Ryan?
No, I'm not
Montgomery?
jinxing anybody. Ryan Montgomery has never won an ultimate race. I'm a stat guy.
You're just feeding us the statistics.
Yes, I don't wish no harm on anyone.
Okay, but all I'm saying is right now the two favorites that we had are second and third.
I love how
this is unbelievable. I love underdogs.
I like how you manipulate the situation. You tried to throw me under the bus.
No,
what you're trying to do.
Absolutely not. I would not do that because all you got to do is turn that down and nobody can hear me the rest of the night. Which would
I
be
wouldn't
all
do
right
that to you.
do.
I wouldn't do that to you, my friend.
No.
But no, I'm not trying in any way to jinx Ryan Montgomery.
But all I'm saying is Zach Dome has multiple wins. Dave Hess has multiple wins at a lot of racetracks, including Statesville on the New York State line. Tyler Evans has never won a race yet in Super Late Models. I don't think Jeremy Blake has won a feature event in Super Late Models. I know he's won the heats before. Cody Frame has won one feature event in a Super Late Model. And he's running on a steel block budget. Even though he's a Super Late Model engine, he's running on a steel block budget. And the last four guys that we've got in here are all steel blocks. From Kenny Rucker to Brian Thomas to George Clintworth to Billy Whited. And we got 5 cars on the lead lap, Wes.
They are working on getting the lineup reset, and we're also working on clearing up the oil here.
Robbie Cyrus taking a look at it down on the front stretch. They're trying to run it in with the tow truck. And also with the... And the cars, the one thing that they don't want to do, and I understand why they don't want to run through this, because
it's tire testing.
Tire testing.
We do tire testing, yes, and that could it could alter the additives on the tire and cause you to fail the tire test.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a good idea not to do that. I agree. Let the track take care of that. And right now we got the right guy. This guy has 89 years of experience on racetracks. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit maybe, but Rambo, they call him.
Oh, the man that's scraping the track there.
That's Rambo.
Yeah.
Nobody does it better than Rambo. Nobody. And then he'll come back and take another pass.
Going up in smoke, the number 10 car, Kyle Bond. Fireball, plume of smoke, and then all of a sudden fluid rolling out of the back rear end of that number 10 car.
A tough break for Kyle.
And the drivers are going to get back to 1 to go.
Kyle, many years of experience, along with his dad, Larry, in the UMP Open Wheel Modifieds.
They're going to wave off the restart because Rambo was still on the tractor. They're going to give him another lap.
They were afraid Rambo was going to beat them.
So 1 to go indication being given. 19 laps are complete. 21 to the finish. Ryan Montgomery leads. Zach Dome is second in 17. Dave Hess Jr. third in 44. Followed by Tyler Evans and Jeremy Blake. And they all got their rear end. They're looking at the rear end of the number 12 Rocket XR1 of Ryan Montgomery. They're looking at the back spoiler. Trying to run him down. Looking for his first career Chew on This Beef Jerky Ultimate Mid-Ohio Valley Super Late Model win here in the Mountaineer Musket Weekend Opener. Green back in the air, Hal, as they roar to turn 1.
Ryan Montgomery, Zach Dome to his inside. Ryan Montgomery holds the advantage to the outside. Dome going to dive down low. Here comes Dave Hess up on the top shelf with Mama Hyde.
Trouble, turn 4. Just saw a glimpse of it on Speed 51, and then they got collected. Whitehead's involved, and so is Kenneth Newhouse in 17. Caution's out.
We've got one on the backstretch, too. Looks like Jeremy Blake on the backstretch.
Oh, my goodness. Is that Wow. Oh, and he's in trouble. He has busted the radiator. There is that antifreeze?
That's significant. That is significant. Yes, that's green stuff. That's antifreeze.
I didn't think